This time we're going to have to factor the denominators first. We didn't on the last one because the denominators didn't factor, but this time they're trinomials and we need to factor them. Now what I usually do is I just usually write it underneath. And then the other one's going to be like that. You can double check them, make sure with FOIL that you factored right, but that's what they are. And so the LCD is going to have an m minus 2, an m plus 1, and an m plus 2. I don't need another m plus 1. I don't need this one because I already have an m plus 1. So you have to look at the denominators and say, well, what can I do to get them both the same? And I want to do the least amount of multiplying as possible. So when I look at the m minus 2 and the m plus 1, I just don't have that m plus 2. So if I multiplied that in, that'd be great. Now, you might want to recopy this, but I'm really going to just multiply by m plus 1. No, m plus 2. Shoot. Up there. And I'm really doing it down here too. I just don't have room to write it. And then now this whole denominator here looks like the LCD. Okay? The other one, well, I've got the m plus 2. I've got the m plus 1. I need an m minus 2. So I need to multiply by an m minus 2 to get that third factor in there. Okay, and now I've gotten the two denominators to be the LCD. That's what we wanted to do. All right, so I'm doing a little less writing, but you can always write out more. Sometimes it just gets to be a hassle, though. But if I distribute the 1 here, I'd have m plus 2. Plus, and this is addition, I'm going to have 5m times m, 5m squared, and 5m times m minus 2, so minus 10, over that LCD. Now, if you're wondering about the denominator, like, why don't you multiply the denominator out? I don't want to multiply the denominator out. Because maybe in the end we'll be able to cancel something. So I don't multiply the denominator out. I just leave it like that. I do have to multiply the numerators out, though, because I have to add those numerators together. Okay, so you have this numerator here, all of this stuff up here. And we want to write it in standard form, so I'm going to want 5m squared plus m minus 8. Double check, make sure I didn't leave anything out, over the LCD. Okay, so then the question is, can we factor that trinomial that's in the numerator? Well, we can certainly try. So I'll make like a little wavy line here. Here's my 5m squared plus m minus 8. And let me go ahead and do the AC method. 5 times negative 8 is what? Negative 40. So are there two numbers that multiply to be negative 40 but add to be 1? I don't think so. So the negative 40 is going to be, 1 times 40, 2 times 20, 4 times 10, 5 times 8, and 6 doesn't go in, 7 doesn't go in. So yeah, those are the only choices, and none of them have a difference of 1. So if I made the smaller number negative, I don't get a 1. I get a 39, an 18, a 6, and a 3. So it doesn't factor, and it just means I'm done. If it factors, then we work with it that way. So hopefully we'll have one that will factor on one of these, but not this one.